Hey guys, back with another video. Probably call this series like Chud to Champion. Today we just got primary deadlift and hamstring curls and bicep curls, so nothing much. Still week one, gonna keep it like relatively light. I have a top single, and then back down fours, and then pause deadlift. I'll record all that, put that in the video. Let's get to it. Hey guys, back with another voiceover. So here's my first warm-up with 120 or 265 pounds. Here's my second warm-up with 150 or 330 pounds. I put on the belt. Notice I do mixed grip on all of my sets, I guess. Here's the last warm-up of 170 pounds or 375 pounds, 170 kilos. Here's the actual top single of 180 kilos or 396 pounds. Moved pretty well, honestly. Pretty good for a week one. Here is the, or I want to say first back down, but the top set of 4 reps with 160 kilos. I'm not sure what that is pounds. I think like 352 pounds. Felt pretty good. Not leveraged for the deadlift that much. I just have really long legs and kind of average sized arms. So let's try to do what I can. Good headphone catch. Here's a side angle of my first back down of 4 with 145 kilos. I'm really trying to like keep my hips higher so they don't rise before anything else. But it's low-key hard to do that when the bar is just like bouncing up and I'm catching it. Here's the pause deadlifts I have as like basically an accessory. Really lightweight as I'm a conventional puller. I can get fatiguing pretty fast if I pull heavy like every single day. Pretty easy. Had 2 sets of 4 on this. Here's the second set. And I'm really trying to keep my shoulders depressed so my upper back is tight and it doesn't really like pull me forward. On the last set, I think I was like getting too far behind the bar. As you can see, my hips are super far behind the bar. Just got finished with the workout. It was alright. Usually my week ones do feel like pretty bad, so because I'm like recovering from the weight I did on week 4. And also yesterday I didn't really eat that much because I'm just not hungry. I'm not moving around a lot, so I'm probably gonna add in like 30 minutes of like 2 speed, 3 is crazy. 2 speed, 3 incline on the treadmill to like spur my appetite, ensure like my digestive tract is good and my cardiovascular health is good as well. Because like at a certain point your heart is gonna like limit what you can do in the gym, because something's got to pump the muscles, you know what I mean? Like it's gym bro logic, but it just makes sense. So yeah, also something that threw me off was my ego got to me and I started with 2 reds instead of 1, because I normally start with 1 red. I don't start with the bar because like, I don't know, maybe I should start with the bar. Let me know. Anyways, so I started with 2 reds and then I jumped to the yellow, which was pretty nice. I'm not going to talk about the weight that much, but man, it was hot today. It was like 85 degrees, which is absolutely 85 isn't bad. However, once you're like in the gym training like basically outside with like no AC and like there's some fans running, but bro, it is hot. It feels like you're sitting in a microwave. Anyways, I'm about to eat my post-workout meal and then I'll come back for the next segment. Alright guys, I got finished with my post-workout meal. I'm not gonna say what it was because low-key it was goy slop, and I'm kind of ashamed with what I eat sometimes because it's a lot of unhealthy food, but it's still not enough calories. I need like at least 2,500 and I might be eating like 2,500 deficits, pretty big, which is clearly what you saw today. So I'm gonna add more whole milk into my diet. I generally have like 24 ounces of whole milk. I don't know how many calories that is. It's about like 375 calories. So I'm probably gonna add 24 more ounces to get me from 2,000 calories to probably around like 2,400, and also add in like a little snack so I can get back to my maintenance of 2,500. I am 185 pounds, so I do need fuel to fuel my body into my workout. Also decrease the amount of protein since I'm on a bulk. I used to eat like 1 gram protein per pound of body weight, but I decreased it to like, I don't know what the ratio is, but I ate like 150 grams, but I increased the amount of carbs. And try to keep the fat like relatively stable, like 80-90 grams of fat, but increase the carbs a lot because you need carbs for energy. Sleep has been good. The more you sleep, the more insulin sensitive you are, so I can like actually intake the carbs into my body, and they actually like fill my glycogen stores and stuff. Right now, like very low, like life stressors, other than school. When OChem and genetics, my other classes are pretty easy, but I still need to lock in a little bit. And let me know if you have any questions or suggestions about like anything about my training, the videos, anything about me. If you want any questions answered, if you have some questions or like suggestions for me and my personal training, like tech, form, whatever I'm doing, I'm more than happy to answer them in the comments, but also include them in this portion of the video. Other than that, today was pretty easy. Tomorrow we have primary bench, which is a top single and then a top triple afterwards. We'll see how it goes because I'm gonna be sure to hit my macros today and get all my calories in, so I am primed for tomorrow. And be sure to walk so the calories I do eat actually go to my body. Anyways, it's still week 1. I'm gonna keep it relatively light. Probably do like 122.5, which is actually kind of heavy compared to my 1 rep max, which is 125 or 275 pounds. But I also hit that 1 rep max as a fatigue single after a top set of 4. So, and also moved pretty well. I also got a bench mat to make it a lot easier. But other than that, I think today was pretty simple. A lot to learn, a lot to improve, a lot to just solve, right? Life throws you problems and you just have to find solutions and keep it pushing, honestly. Well, other than that, first episode of Chud to Champion. I'm about, I don't know how many weeks out. I have a meet in December I'm planning on doing, or I might compete earlier at the Texas Collegiate State Championship if I do make the collegiate team. But if I don't, oh well, I'll just compete in December, you know what I mean? Anyways, other than that, that's pretty much the video. Thanks for watching, guys.